Hello everyone, welcome to today's exquisite yin yoga class. In this video, I'm going to guide you through a full body sequence of relaxing postures that's specifically designed to infuse the body with breath and energy. Welcome back to Devi Daily Yoga and welcome back to the Yin Yoga Challenge, where this is day number 5. We're going to go ahead and get started, so roll out your mat. Practice begins right now. We're going to begin lying down on the back in what is sometimes called upside down child's pose, where we simply hug the knees in toward the chest. You could clasp the fingers, you could have one hand on each knee, or you could wrap the arms tightly around, maybe holding opposite forearms or elbows. And allow your body to begin to settle and allow your nervous system to begin to calm down, letting steady breaths come in and out through your belly. From here, we're going to extend the right leg forward and clasp the hands just around the left knee. Hug the left knee into the chest and let the back of your neck be long near the ground. And feel the breath gently and softly inflating the belly, the right side of the belly especially. Feel the stretch along the left side of your spine. As you exhale your next breath, lift your head up toward your knee, squeeze into a ball. And reach your left hand down, hold the foot and take it up into happy baby pose, one-legged happy baby pose. Let your head rest back down on the ground. You can always use a strap around your foot for this position if holding the foot is not easy, or you could hold the knee instead of the foot like this. And if you're in this happy baby pose, you can draw the knee down on the side of your body, down toward the ground. Or you could extend the leg and see how it feels to extend into the back of the leg, stretch a little more. So have a fun time here if it feels good to bring movement into it, or come into a place of stillness. Settle into your steady breath. And now we'll release and take this left foot on top of the right knee. Scoot your hips to the left and cross the knee over to the right. I'm going to roll all the way onto the outside of the right hip and extend the left arm back toward your left. Nestle your shoulder blades back down onto the ground. Lengthen the back of your neck. Take a big breath in and exhale. Drawing the left knee across the body, maybe a little bit more deeply. Breathe into what you're feeling here as you twist your spine. Slowly release, come back up to the center and straighten out both legs. Interlace the fingers and press the palms up and away from the legs. Press down through the soles of the feet. Inhale. And exhale both knees into your chest and gently rock side to side. Lengthen the lower back near the ground. And now extend your left leg forward onto the mat. Hug your right knee into your chest. Lengthen the back of the neck near the ground. And breathe now into the left side of the belly. Gently stretching the right side of the spine. Now inhale the breath. And exhale, lift your forehead up toward your knee, squeeze into a ball. And take your right hand down to hold the foot, one-legged happy baby. Lift the sole of the foot up to the sky. Let the head rest back down. And feel into the right hip now. In this one-legged happy baby pose, you can extend the leg and explore movement here once again, or come into a more still position. We'll release this now into the spinal twist. Right foot comes on top of the left knee. Scoot the hips to the right and draw the knee across to the left side. Right arm out to the right side. Left hand anchors the leg down and let this hand gently traction the knee a little farther across as you work to get both shoulder blades toward the ground. And if one shoulder is not totally on the ground, that's okay, as long as we're just opening in that direction. Let's take a breath into the spine here. Take a big exhale. Slowly release knee back up to the center. And take both feet to either side of your mat, coming into some windshield wipers. Both knees over to the right, head turns to the left. And bring the knees back up to center and over to the second side. Your head turns opposite of the direction the knees are going. We'll keep going back and forth, side to side, a couple more times. Beautiful. Let's come back up to the center now. And we're going to make our way onto the belly for half saddle pose. And not actually on the belly, on the side. We're going to make our way onto the side with the right elbow on the ground and the left leg behind you. So holding the ankle. And this could be your version of half saddle today. You could also use a strap if holding the foot is not happening for you today. And we'll take this foot to the ground as your next option and wiggle your hips under you more so that you can start to think about maybe leaning back on your elbows instead. So if this isn't working for your body, then stick with that side lying variation. Your next option is to prop something under your body, like a couple of blocks or a bolster, or to just lie all the way back. So this is a wonderful stretch for the front of our thigh on the left side and the front of the hip, getting deep into the hip flexors, especially the psoas. And we have some options here. If we want to keep this right leg straight, it might feel good right here, or we can bend this right knee and keep it right here, or open it out to the side, or perhaps even bend the knee and hug it into the chest. And allow your arms to relax in any comfortable position, any angle that feels good, down at your sides or up over your head. And once you've found your pose, allow yourself to settle into a simple and steady breath. Slowly release both knees back to the center. Untuck the left foot or roll to the side away from it. And we're going to do the same thing on the second side. Coming into your version, we could start here on the left elbow, holding the right foot behind the body, and this may give you the stretch in the right quads that feels good, or we drop it back and adjust the hips to whatever angle feels right here. Maybe staying back on the elbows, maybe coming all the way onto the back. And your variation with your left leg, bent knee, option to open it out to the side or keep the leg straight. Feeling now into the front of the right hip and the front of the right thigh. Slowly release and very carefully exiting from this side. We want to just end up on our back and place the feet on the floor, and we'll take a brief bridge pose after doing that half saddle, which will be a really nice way to reset the back. So send your feet close to your hips, flat on the ground about hips width, palms down on the ground, and when you're ready, tuck the tailbone, lift the hips up off the ground, engage the glutes, engage the muscles along the spine to lift up, and try and keep the back of your neck nice and long against the ground. Good, really strong thighs. Inhale one more time here, squeeze your glutes, and now let's release everything and bring it back down to the ground. Beautiful. Let's come into our crossed left knee over right for upside down shoelace. We'll take both knees in and hold on to the feet. You can hold the tops of the feet, right hand to left foot, left hand to right foot, or you could hold the toes, or you could hold the outsides of the feet. And play around with this till you find the stretch in the left glutes that feels good. You might feel it in both glutes, some people do, but whichever leg is the one on top or the one closest to you, that's typically the one will feel the stretch in more. And your feet could be bent more down toward the hips, or they could be more out to the side, and you can play around with these angles to see what gives you the most satisfying stretch. And we'll eventually settle into a place of stillness and quiet. And let go of the legs to release the pose. Extend the legs long down the mat. Stretch the arms up over the head. Inhale. And now we'll bend the knees and do the other side, crossing right knee over left and holding on to opposite hand to foot, opposite foot to hand. Adjusting your angles, feeling the stretch in the right glutes now. Deep breath in. Once you land, exhale and feel your body soften into this shape, into this moment. And slowly release the legs and stretch your body out in Shavasana, or join me in a seated position for our final resting meditation. Any comfortable seat, option to use a cushion under your seat, or any props that you would like to have supporting you in your Shavasana. Wherever you are, let's take a breath in together and breathe out. There's a beautiful meditation in the Radiance Sutras in verse number 4. As you continue to rest, I'll read this to you. At the end of the exhale, breath surrenders to quietude. For a moment, you hang in the balance, suspended in the fertile spaciousness that is the source of breath. At the end of the inhale, filled with the song of the breath, there is a moment when you are simply holding the tender mystery. In these interludes, experience opens into exquisite vastness, with no beginning and no end. Embrace this infinity without reservation. You are its vessel. End of sutra. And we'll take this rich awareness of breath into our chanting of Om today. We'll place the palms together at the heart Empty the lungs and inhale. Feel the reverberation of this breath and of this sound. Deep breath in now. Exhale, allow the eyes to open, and that is our practice today. Namaste. I hope you feel amazingly peaceful and satisfied after this practice. If you feel you need to rest in stillness and quiet for a little longer, you might pause the video at this point. I want to thank you for practicing with Devi Daily Yoga. Be sure to move slowly and gently into the next part of your day. And if you liked this video, please hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel where I have over 200 Yin Yoga videos organized into helpful playlists. And if you're serious about deepening your knowledge of Yin Yoga, you might check out my online Yin Yoga teacher certification program. I also have a yoga membership site where my community of yogis follows a weekly calendar with me, and you can find links to these things in the description box below. Also, if you're interested in finding the best props for Yin Yoga, in the description box you can also find my recommendations for my favorite bolsters, yoga blocks, and more. So I look forward to seeing you in the next one, and until then, I hope the rest of your day flows beautifully.